Yeah, okay, here we go. This is Mr. Barr, and I'm going to talk about order of operations with integers. Let's remember what integers are. Integers are a number set that include the negative numbers. Things like -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, ... Those are the integers. And we are going to do order of operations with the integers. Got please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Please stands for parentheses. Or any type of a grouping symbol. You always want to work inside the parentheses first and then start working outside. Excuse stands for exponents. Things like 3 squared. I would do that after I do parentheses. My dear, this stands for multiplication and division. It is done all at the same time from left to right. Multiply, divide, left to right. So if you come to a division before you come to a multiplication, do that division first. Just go left to right across the problem. Aunt Sally stands for addition and subtraction. Add, subtract. Left to right. Right, left to right, just like you would read. You may have also heard it called PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It's the same thing. PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Maybe there are other ones out there. I don't know them. So let's do some problems using this. And make sure when you're doing problems, write the problem down. You're going to see me mark all over this thing. First thing I'm going to do, see that right there? See that? See my boom boom? I'm going to take care of that. Big plus. Please. Well, this parenthesis really isn't a please parenthesis. It's a parenthesis that's just containing that -1. So, yeah, I'll start in here. Okay, I'll evaluate -1. Okay, boom, done. That's not that. No, not relevant, really. Let's go with excuse. Excuse stands for my exponent. So I'm going to start right here with my exponent. What does this guy become? -1 to the third. What's -1 times -1 times -1, which is -1. Now let's work across. Plus -10. Well, it's just the same thing. It's just a -10. Plus 2 times 4. Okay. My parentheses are gone. My exponent's gone. Let's look for some multiplication or division. No, subtraction, addition, right here. Let's handle that multiplication. This is -1 minus 10 plus 2 times 4 is 8. I like to group all the negatives and all the positives and then have them do the final, I don't know, joining or this final adding or subtracting. So this is -11 plus 8. -11 plus 8, that's going to give me -3. This one, what should we start with? Let's start with those parentheses right there. 6 minus 1 is 5 times 3 times -1. 5 times 3 is 15 times -1. You're going to see in algebra, we don't like to use those multiplication symbols very often. It's nicer to go with parentheses. So it's going to be -15. Where am I? There I am. Evaluate this guy. Let's bring it down here. Okay. You see this absolute value bars right there? They're a grouping symbol, so they act like parentheses. Parentheses that make everything positive. Okay. So let's start inside this. Start right in here. Negative 11 squared. What's 121? Divided by negative 11. 121 divided by negative 11 is negative 11. But I have to take the absolute value of that. That's going to be 11. So I've completed all the stuff up here in the absolute value. Out in front, I have negative 1 times 11. Negative 1 times 11 is negative 11. And now for a big one. We need to start here inside the parentheses. Order of operations tells me to do the adding and subtracting left to right. But what I like to do, once again, is I like to take those two negatives right there and group them first. So I have negative 5 and negative 43. That's negative 48 plus 47. Well, that's going to be a negative 1. I've completed the parentheses. Let's bring the rest of the problem down. I have a 4 plus a negative 1 times a negative 1. Should I do this plus a negative first, or should I do this multiplication? I should do the multiplication right here. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. So I have 4 plus 1, which is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. And I'm sorry, you didn't get to see that bottom part. Right there, 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, that was a little bit longer than normal. It's 7 minutes there. Sorry about that. It's good stuff. Order of operations. Just remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And I don't actually have an Aunt Sally. Does anybody have an Aunt Sally? Aunt Sally. If you do, you should tell me about her. Is she a good aunt, or is she one of those crazy aunts? Eh? Okay, see ya, bye.